Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful to see you. I've just been in the office and had a little bit of a gym workout. We've been working hard today, and I thought, you know what, let's come and see what the people want to talk about. I want to talk about Sweden. Sweden, get me out of there. What a country. My good God. No lockdown at all. And to be honest, I detest using the words lockdown. I mean, I really do. Actual facts, I probably won't use them again. You'll feel free to pull me up if I use the word lockdown again. Susan McManus, hello, sweetheart. Karen Campbell, oh, I do like seeing that orangutan. I'm just a man. Evening sunshine, how are you, Gorge? Susan McManus, lovely to see you. Been doing a little bit more on Facebook, if I'm honest, and YouTube. But I thought I'd come in and have a little quick 20 minutes, let you know we're still alive. We're not dead yet. Hope you're doing all right, Karen Campbell. Yes, mate, not too bad. D. Allen, how are you, D? Are you all right? Fantastic. So, Sweden. Everything goes on as normal in Sweden. Everything's normal. No face nappy wearing, nothing. Their life has gone on as normal. They're not crashed their economy. They're not. And first and foremost, what I want to say is, if people think that what they're getting involved in at the moment with this lockdown business and not working and furlough is not going to have a little snapback. You've all got yo-yos, yeah? You've all had yo-yos in the past. You throw it out, it comes back. You throw it out, it comes back. You throw it out, it comes back. And if you get really good, you can get really good at that, can't you? Get really good at that. That's what this is about. There's going to be a snapback effect. Okay. So at the moment, the yo-yo's still going out, and all of a sudden, bomb, it's going to come back to someone's hand. It's a love a yo-yo. When I was a kid, yo-yos really up their game. There was big one, and we used to do all tricks with yo-yos. It was fantastic. To be honest, I had a very good childhood. Jackie Jones, hello, sweetheart. Nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. But Sweden have not done any of the draconian measures that we seem to be putting on our people. I'm pretty sure that funerals in Sweden are going ahead as normal, and no one's being charged an extra £250 admin fee to have more than 30 people. I'm pretty sure that's going on. And for the life of me, I really, really question, evening Tracy Pearson, I really question how people of my own country can be involved in such spiritual wickedness. I really do. Everybody's realising England is a communist country. It is proper communist. Yeah, proper. Let's all go and live in Sweden. Do you know what, Stevie Downs? I would. Lovely to see you, by the way. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you've subscribed. Have you subscribed? Everything we do on my channel's live. This is like coming in, pulling up a pint, and we're having a chat in a saloon bar, public bar, whatever. The things that we used to do, we always used to go to the pub together, didn't we, in our communities? We'll always have a little chit chat until the corporations put up the price of everything, stop people smoking, all these other bits and bobs. And as you know it now, everyone is so insular in their lives and not really got that community spirit like we used to have. When I was a kid, nice, thanks, Stevie Downs. Lovely to see you, mate. I'm glad you subscribed. When I was a kid, we used to have street parties. Everyone knew each other. People used to look out for one another, let me tell you. Even when I was up to my little youth issues, people would go and tell my mum and dad, "Here, do you know your Dave's over there playing on the roof of that building? Throwing bricks." Yeah, oh yeah, when I was a kid, I was a terror. But it is what it is. I used to grow up on Second World War bomb sites. We used to, after the war had finished, certain areas that got quite devastated because nobody could sort of deal with it at the time. They put loads of 4x2s round and corrugated metal sheets, so they would secure the areas off. So people, but we used to pull them apart, pull the corners up, and we'd get in and we'd play war in these places. So we was always throwing bricks about, and the old water mains would be going full bore, and we'd be in there drinking from them and just having a bit of a giggle. But they was all Second World War bomb sites. And as a kid, I didn't really fully understand what it is that I was playing on. Paul Hart, Angie Davies. Hello, Treacle. How are you? Never calls anyone arm, no, Dave. No, I never. No. Oh, apart from, we was all playing war one day. It was about 20 of us, 30 of us. We were throwing half bricks around and doing all sorts. And someone shouts out, war's over, war's over. So I had half a brick in my hand and I threw it over the wall out onto the road and it landed on a Granada windscreen and smashed the granny out of it. And so we all went running and it was the guy chased us around, but he couldn't catch us. Hello, Dave. You have to forgive me. I was only a young child. Hello, Dave. Aon Parker, Angie Davies. Whoops, yeah, I just threw it out now. Crunch. Off we go. I grew up on the North Peckham estate, ladies and gentlemen, in Southampton Way, Peckham. And I found a great site the other night of in the 60s when they cleared the so-called slums out. They knocked them all down and started building up new modern kind of things. Do you have any brothers or sisters? Yes, I do. My brother, Mark. Yeah, I do. Stevie Downs, where are you from? And I think you might know him, judging by that question you just asked me. I got myself a Bible, the International Version, and Old Testament for nothing. Why? What do you get it for nothing for? Oh, for nothing, as in you got it freebie. Lovely jubbly. Fantastico. Near City Bath. No, mate. No, we're down in Kent, and my brother lives in Australia. Evening, Durfee. How are you, gorgeous? My brother Mark is 4.5 years younger than me, and he's better looking. Yeah, and it is what it is. I think I was the runt of the litter, personally. Stevie Downs, okay, good. Yeah, cheers, mate. Hello, Durfee, says D. Allen. Lovely jubbly. Look at the love we got going on here. So the point is this: Sweden ain't done none of this nonsense. None of it. They've not locked down. They've not done anything. Their people are still out in their pubs having a nice time. They've still got their community spirit. And life carries on as normal. I think they've stopped people coming in and out of their country. And to be honest with you, I don't blame them. But yeah, they're not getting involved in none of this skullduggery that our beautiful British establishment, as far as I see it now, really feel that they've got the right to smash the granny out of us. They're going for gold. They're absolutely going. This government right now is going for gold. They've got the army out on the streets, going door to door, assisting councils in their coronavirus 1984 tests. Why is Sweden not doing this? Why has Sweden got lower rates than England? Please tell me. But they are ahead of chipping people. Maybe the chips are coming. Would you go and have a chip? What would you do if you get a lot through the post saying your local council's now going to be coming around and forcibly vaccinating you? What are you going to do? Remember, this country is based upon consent, right? Communism in full force on the streets. It is proper communism. We've got it really going. But what if they come around with the with everyone and start pinning people down and making you have it? What happens then? You have to look. Everything has to have consent. Sexual intercourse has to have consent. Your missus got to actually fancy you and want a bit of it. Or if you meet a girl in a park or in a nightclub, or you always have a look, all that stuff. You know, got your pack of a band on. You're having a nice time. You can't just go up and rape her. She has to consent. She has to like you. You know, the chemistry has to happen, doesn't it? You know. But if the government start forcibly vaccinating people, there is no other word but rape for that. Is there? Is there any other word than rape for that when you have no choice? No choice. All these energy companies now and the way the system is, it's all about, oh, hello, a little bit of a flyaway bit. Then getting it cut tomorrow. Before anyone takes a mickey, it is being cut at 1 o'clock tomorrow. They had a Swedish official on for 1300 Hours News today. He blew the accusation. I can't even say that word. BBC pleb acting like some verbal hard man to smithereens with common sense, statistics, and plain decent manners. God bless him. Nice to see you, Stevie. Popped in the room. Strong angle. Accusatory. Right, that's a big word, son. I had to read that twice then. Accusatory. Yeah. So, you know, Sweden ain't done none of this nonsense. They're not sending their kids to school with face nappies. The kids now are getting impetigo. which is a thing round the face, and it's getting on their lungs and their chest. Personally, I think the masks will bring down people's immunity. And as I said this morning on my Facebook, the mask for me, when you go out in the street and you've not worn a mask, I've not worn a mask at all, because to be honest, I feel for the Swedes, and I've probably got a bit of Swedish in me, because I knew that this wasn't right. This didn't feel right. But the mask wearers, when they go out and they're in the shops and they're out there in public, you know, it comes with a sheriff's badge. The mask, as soon as you put it on, you get this big sheriff gold star, which means you can tell everybody else what to do. It means you can shout and scream at them and tell them to put a mask on and have a real meltdown. But the point is this: does the mask that these people wearing the mask, do they not work? Ladies and gentlemen, I put it to you that when you was a young man and you didn't want children, and you was getting to know someone, you didn't want kids, what did you use? You used a condom, right? Yeah? Or the girls used one of them Dutch caps or whatever, because you trusted it to keep you safe, all right? Now, the boys will know what I'm talking about more. So the mask, in essence, is the same as putting on a condom. It's to keep you safe and to stop spread of venereal disease and all these other bits and bobs, right? You're not worried when you're having sex with a condom on, are you? You're not. You're like, yeah, all right, we're all right, we're happy days, bosh, yeah? So that's the same analogy with the mask. Why, if you've got a mask on, why would you worry? Like I went into the post office the other day because I'm just in the process of sending affidavits off. And this woman, as she was walking out towards me, she never said nothing. She was pretty. She had a lovely, you know, she was all there. And she had a mask on, black raincoat, and I'm thinking she could be underneath that. You know what I mean? And all together. That's how my brain goes sometimes. I'm just a decent lad anyway. You know, I'm only having cheap slapstick fun. But she's walked out towards me with a mask on, but yet she still stepped sideways and acted like I've got the plague. And I'm like, you don't make sense. Your rationale really don't make sense, love. Because if you've got the mask on, why would you worry about someone not wearing the mask, right? My daughter took my granddaughter out because they said she had to wear a mask. She's now homeschooled her. I don't blame her. I think schools are a very scary prospect right now. We are being ruled by satanic communists who play with no rules what we're doing. Yeah, consent don't mean nothing to them. We're now their chattel, you know, they own us. All these energy companies and police forces, they seem to think that they have a God-given right to rule over us. And we got to really be careful where this goes, ladies and gentlemen. Shutting the door on a leaking tap will not stop the flow of water. Common sense, Paul, isn't it? Common sense. But the mask-wearing community don't seem to have that. They seem to think as soon as they get their mask comes through from eBay or Ann Summers, wherever they're getting their mask from, the minute that they go out and they put that on, they become sheriffs doing the government's bidding. And they think that they have a right to shout and scream at you, to tell you to put a mask on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, they don't, all right? They certainly don't. And that's a discrimination. And we know what happens with discrimination. If you see someone out in a wheelchair, yeah, and you're going down the road and you start taking a piss out of them, you're discriminating against them. We don't do discrimination, really, do we? We're trying to get rid of that. But this mask business has brought out mass discrimination, you know, on the train. If you're on a train on your own and you're getting singled out, you're getting tutted at, looked at. These people that are tutting and doing all the looking and all the violent words and stuff, they're actually government collaborators. They work for the government indirectly because to them, in their own minds, what Boris says goes. What Matt Hancock says goes. These people giving you the God's honest truth. And they're going to defend these people like you've got no tomorrow. Little do they know that they're involved in a massive swindle. Now, Sweden itself has got involved in none of this. They looked at it at the beginning and they went, no, we're not doing that. We actually value our lives. We value our standard of living. We value our integrity. We value our being at oneness with things, you know, and they said no, we're not having it. If they tut at me, Dave, I'll follow them around the shop. Angie, saucy. Yeah, well, I don't blame you. we're fast becoming like, I don't understand where it's going, but I think we should be more interested in following countries like Sweden that clearly have this thing absolutely down, all right? And they're not gonna throw their people into this fear-based situation. Now, we should have a situation in this country, whether this virus is real or it's not real, we should have people in trusted positions that are actually prepared to put their own lives on the risk. Now, for instance, the NHS hospitals are pretty much empty, ladies and gentlemen. I dare you to go to your local hospital and have a look around. You'll see that there's wards that have got no one on them. Now, the point is this: if the masks give fantastic protection against this so-called whatever it is, why are the hospitals not full of people with cancer, kidney issues that need dialysis, all these other bits? Because the mask should be protecting the people that work there. So why are the hospitals empty? Why are these Nightingale hospitals doing nothing? Why that XL Centre that they converted on the Isle of Dogs in London only ever had 20 beds in occupation? What's going on? Someone please tell me what is going on. You can't catch a virus. It's not a living organism. Absolutely right. It's a dead exosome. It attacks the exosomes in the body, I do believe. At the root of the problem is the British establishment, corruption. Yeah, Durfee, I love the fact that you're on that, and I can tell by your comments that you're glued to my gorgeous mate Graham or Daddy Dragon. By the way, if you tune into my channel, please do join Daddy Dragon's channel over there on YouTube, because let me tell you, he's pumping it out there. Now he come onto YouTube about 2 years ago after being banned for life on Facebook. Well, I do think he's got a little profile now. And he's amassed over 23,000 subscribers now. And he has over 1,000 people watching him at any one time. And I tell you what, I get so encouraged by that. I get encouraged that you would all spend your time listening to this man and taking him on his merit and taking the words that he's saying and using them and applying them to your life. It's amazing. You're living in amazing times, people. You're living in a time of information where you can get information off everyday normal people that you might not necessarily get from the mainstream media. People are making up more by the day. Absolutely. Hi, boyo. I'm Ben Dow. How are you? The truth will come out. The government are corrupted to the core. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm of the mindset that I've got a pretty decent soul, right? My soul is for the people. My soul is for liberty, freedom, love, all that good stuff that men and women are designed to be here, to be involved in. That's what our purpose is. God designed us not to be living in what we're living in right now, whatever God is for you. For me, it's all about creation. Creation, we are part of creation, right? We should not be where we are right now. Trust me, we should not be where we are right now. We're in a very dangerous place. But we have to do something proactive. We have to do something decent. Now, I advocate lawful rebellion. If you can start withholding anything that you can from the system and stop playing around in the system, let me tell you, all kudos to you. But I think there's going to come a time and a point when the people of this country absolutely wake up. And I do believe that we need strong souls right now. We need people that have strength about them. Graham Moore, Daddy Dragon, is someone that has a strong soul. He has a strong core belief system. All right, don't keep looking at that effect there. It's coming off tomorrow. Let me tell you, it's not easy at my age. An English Parliament for the English and the English constitutional rights return, too long hidden away from by unlawful regulations. Yes, this Parliament is unlawful. Everything that it does is legal, but we know that legal doesn't trump the Constitution, and we know that the Constitution comes out on tops every time, because that is sworn into this country forevermore. There's no one in this Parliament, there is no judge sitting on bench that works for a corrupt system that can actually undo and unpick our Constitution. And you best believe they want to. You best believe they want to get rid of the Bill of Rights. You best believe they want to get rid of all the Magna Cartas and all the other stuff that restrains them. You best believe they want to get rid of the Queen's coronation oath. Let me tell you, especially young women. Yes, And listen, the women, they got big kahunas. They got strength about them. The women, a lot of times, show the men how it is to be done. Let me tell you. A lot of my friends are now waking up. They all thought I was nutty at once upon a time. Angie Davis, bless you. Yeah. Well, it is. It's true. It is true. We know we got Anna Breeze on YouTube. Her channel's blowing up. It's fantastic. She gives everyday ordinary people the chance to air their views of what they think and how they're feeling. But she interviewed Sue Cook the other day, former BBC production woman and producer, and she did Crime Watch as well as many other things. And Sue Cook is like, I can't watch the BBC no more. Do you know how hard that must be for her to say that? Do you know how? Oh, bless you, Cockney Geordie. Do you know how hard it is for Sue Cook to probably suck an egg and swallow her pride and say, I despise the British Broadcasting Corporation? Because the British Broadcasting Corporation is part of the government. It's part of their propaganda machine. And I just really hope that you're seeing it. We are the people, are the majority. Yes. And I'm looking forward to the day where I can go with my brothers and sisters in a good couple of 100,000 of us and take our country back. And the thing is this, before I disappear, because I'm going to do half hour, people seem to think that the solution to sorting this country out is really difficult. It's really complicated, when in fact it's the complete 180. It is so simple to do, so peaceful, so gorgeous, that a lot of people are going to go, no, it ain't as simple as that. Well, it is. Trust me. If you can get 200,000 to 500,000 people of your country to have a day off during the week and go to Parliament or Downing Street and surround it and get up to the doors, because remember, when I was a child, Downing Street was open. There was no gates. And we demand that our politicians are back to the rule of law, okay? And that no more will they harm our people. Now, if we had a police force that worked for the people, by the people, you wouldn't, when they come up behind you, you would never fear, you would never worry about not having tax or insurance or MOT. You would go, the police are behind me, they're going to put their life on the line for me, right? But you don't have that. Void the Act of Unions, the Act of Unions 1707. I'm not as silly as I look, actually. I studied the Constitution for many years. Angie Davies, yeah, it works. But the thing is this, we have a government at the moment that is tyrannical, that is roughshod riding over all of our English laws and natural laws. And look, all I'm saying is, if you permit it and allow it, you won't recognise this place in 10 years' time. It's going to be a communist melee, and your kids will be taken off you and you probably won't never see them. You have to really, come on, people. This is time for you all to start talking to your friends and families, all right? We've all been disarmed. The British people, the English people, shouldn't say British, the English people, the people of this country no longer have arms to protect themselves. And now the state party has all the arms, right? And the state party is really making you have it. When they come around with their men with weapons, tasers, guns, you name it, they're walking around with machine guns now, ladies and gentlemen. And they're coming to your homes in the middle of the night and stealing you from the middle of your homes and taking you down the police cells and the courts and doing all this stuff, right? That's Nazism, that's fascism, that's communism. You need to be very careful where you're all going. But recognise it this time next year. Where's Guy Fawkes when you need him? Hey, on Parker. Lovely to see you, mate. Message retracted. Oh, what was that message all about? Where's my missus off to? Oh, she's going down to do the horses. I've got her on my security cams. I'm like Gaylord Fokker in this room. No, not Gaylord. Who was the dad? That was the MI thingy that had all that truth serum and stuff. Freedom of information, requested divine rights. Every man, woman, and child has an inalienable right and duty to defend all crimes against humanity. A freedom of information request can be used against them. I agree, Dr. Dawson. Are you still in touch with Steve, by the way? Durf, yes, my children as well, but they are listening now. Wow! Got your kids listening. They're the generation. They're the future, man. Let me tell you, they're the ones that smash this. I'm just a granddad. That's where's my Mrs. Gad? She's walking out in the middle of the road. What is she doing? Crazy woman. Oh no, she's opening the gate now. Jesus would tell you to defend with all your might, and that's the best defense is offense. His words, return the other cheek, did not extend to foreign armies. No, make you right. I do make you right. So look, Sweden, what a country. None of this nonsense. Their people have carried on regardless as normal, no mask, no nothing, and it's hardly touched them. So why, oh why are the British establishment coming down on us with koshes, coming round to our houses, doing door-to-door testing? What the fuck is going on? Because I tell you, if you think this is for your benefit, you are badly mistaken. Interesting times, but I do think Sweden is a fantastic role model. I urge you to go and research Sweden for yourself and find out actually how the Swedes are dealing with this time period. And I think the Swedes are a bit like, if the world gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Whereas us, it's all about oppression, stripping of rights, taking you off the streets. It's disgusting. Our British establishment, as far as I'm concerned, need to go. But the only way that we can bring the British establishment to a level now is by going and taking it back ourselves. So I urge you to be strong, share with your friends and families. Come the day, come the hour, I'll be there with you. Make no mistake about it. We'll be in London. We'll be taking back our country. Nothing changes, by the way, if 500,000 people decided to descend on it one day and say you're back to the rule of law, and people will worry about, oh, well, what's the fallout going to be? What's the chaos? There will be none. There will be absolutely none. But I'll guarantee you one thing. If 500,000 people or 200,000 people get and do this and get this country and the government back to the rule of law, you would have made history, and you would have made sure that your generations now and for the future can grow up in greatness. Who wouldn't want that? I certainly do. 99.95% survival rate just goes to show how much they control the masses' mind. Look, the worst case scenario with this pandemic is if you test positive, you have to stay at home for 14 days. That's it. You stay at home for 14 days. That's the peak of what you have to do. You've seen it, the funerals this week where the mother and the kids tried to console the mother, and this big geezer come in and told them to put their chairs back to 2 meters. I'm just glad it weren't me there that day with my brother, because if he'd come up to me and told me to take my hands off my mum while I was consoling her when she was grieving, I'd have knocked his fucking lights out. Yeah, I would have. You best. There probably would have been a couple of fucking bodies going in that incinerator. Anyway, I love you all. Listen, I'm just a proud man. I'm just someone that loves freedom and liberty and all that nice stuff. And I ain't going to watch it disappear, all right? My soul, my essence, my life is dedicated to this cause. Now, you can come with us. You can join us. We need you. We need you, your friends, your family, your children. We need you all on board. We are a powerful, powerful people. When we focus on what it is that we want to see and how we're going to go about it. And this is so simple. This is not difficult, ladies and gentlemen, in any way, shape or form. This is simple. We come together. We unite as a people. We go and do this. We get our people in public sector back to the rule of law. The police back to the rule of law. The courts back to the rule of law, the politicians back to the rule of law, the churches back to the rule of law. And let me tell you, you would have taken part in the biggest liberation of the 21st century of a people, because we're oppressed right now. We need to stand up. We need to be brave. I am here by the grace of God coming to you with this. We do this. Make no mistake. We're a powerful people. I love you all. I'll see you all very soon. We're 30 seconds away from 30 minutes. I'm very punctual for time. I'll see you all soon. See the Communist Bully Boys, what we're going to do. We take back our country. We take back control. Come on, people. Share this. Get your friends involved. Come on. We're just normal, down-to-earth, everyday people. We can do this. Truthfully, we can. I love you. I'll see you all very soon.